the diversity and magnitude of the organic compounds. That what is the diversity of the organic compounds that containing carbon and hydrogen as well, or we can say they're the simple hydrocarbons. So basically the diversity and the magnitude of organic compounds is due to the carbon's unique property of the bonding properties, and these properties may be its bonding, it may be its structure, and its structure may be included a lot of structures like it may form the chains, it may form the rings, and that rings may be of different shapes and of different sizes. So the carbon is having many unique properties, or its uniqueness of the carbon's bonding and its structure depending upon its properties. So we have the diversity of the organic compounds, as we have seen that the carbon can make a lot of or different types of bonds with the different atoms, and these atoms may be of three forms, like it can make the bond with hydrogen, it can make the bond with nitrogen, it make a bond with the oxygen, with the sulfur, or it may form the bonds with the halogens. So this is mainly the diversity of carbon atoms. Along with, as a carbon atom, it is only an element, but still it is having a million of compounds, and these million of compounds are present due to its some specific properties or due to the following reasons. So let's have the reasons. So what are the following reasons? The first one reason, it is a tetravalent. Mainly carbon atom, it is a tetravalent. What does mean by tetravalent? The carbon atom can form mainly total four bonds. Tetra mean four. So carbon atom can form the four bonds. So this is known as its tetravalency. Mainly the valency of carbon is four. So it can make four covalent bonds with the other atom. So that's why it is known as tetravalent. So let's have a look on its electronic configurations. Basically, the atomic number of carbon is 6. Its electronic configuration, we have 1s2, 2s2, 1s2, and here we have 2s2 and then 2p2. So its first shell is K and the second shell we have L. In the L shell, that is its outermost shell, or we can say that it is its valence shell. And its outermost or valence shell, it is having total 4 electrons. So it required more 4 electrons to complete its octet or its valence shell. So its valency is 4. It can make 4 bonds, 4 covalent bonds with the other atoms. So that's why carbon is known as tetravalent. So as it is gonna to make 4 bonds, so it is its the main property for its diversity or for its a lot of compounds. Next we have its second property is its mode of bonding. So what type of mode of bonding? The carbon atom can form single bond, it can form the double bond, it can form the triple bond as well. So by forming single, double and triple bond, it can have a lot of compounds. So for the four single covalent bond, we have carbon and it is gonna to make the four bonds. And for the double bond or the two single carbon, it is having one double bond and two single bonds. And we have another carbon can have two double bonds. On the other hand, if we have a look on the triple bond, then one carbon can have a triple bond along with one single bond. So one triple bond and one single bond. It can have two double bonds, it can have two double bonds and two single bonds, and in the variety of single bond, it can have four single bonds. So the carbon have different modes of bonding of formation in the carbon atom. Next, we have the third one is carbon-carbon bonding. Carbon atom have the ability to bond covalently with the other carbon atom. So carbon have bond with the other carbon atom. It's that property is known as catenation. So catenation is simply the ability of one carbon atom to form the bond with the other carbon atom, and they are gonna to form the long chains. So this property of carbon atom is known as catenation, and it can have maybe straight chain, maybe have branch chain, or maybe have ring. So it can may have straight chain, and the second it may have the branch chain, and third one we have it may form the rings in their structure. So carbon-carbon bonding basically it is known as catenation. Let's have an example. For example, in which propane, the three carbon atoms are having bond with each other and they are forming a straight chain. This is for the three carbon atoms. And the second example, if we have five carbon atoms for the branch chain, like the four carbon atoms are bonded like this, and the one carbon atom is having a side chain or bonded as a branch chain. On the other hand, the third one, if we have a rings, then the carbon atoms can make the rings like this, or they may form the cyclic structure, or they may form the closed chain structure. So this is mainly the third reason that the carbon is having diversity or a million of organic compounds. The fourth one property is carbon bonding to the other elements. Besides the catenation, in catenation is a simple the bond of carbon with the other carbon. The carbon atom can also have bond or can also bind easily with the other elements, and these are other elements we have oxygen. It can have bond with the nitrogen, it can have bond with the sulfur, as well as it can bond with the halogens. Now what are the halogens? These are the group 7a elements, and these are known as halogens, and they may include fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. So these are the halogens, and carbon can have bond with these oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens. So this is also the diversity of organic compounds or due to the carbon's property. In the fifth one, we have strength of the covalent bonds of the carbon atoms. So according to the size of carbon atom, as the size of carbon atom, it is very small, and due to which the carbon atoms form the strong covalent bond. Carbon atom can form the strong covalent bond, and this is due to its small size, and its atomic number is 6. So it is having only two shells, the K shell and the L shell. Along with that, it can have the bonding with the hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and with the halogens. So this property of carbon atom enables it to form the large number of compounds, or we can say that million of compounds the carbon can have due to the some specific properties. And what are these properties? The first one we have learned that it is a tetravalent having four valency. The second one we have its mode of bonding, and mode of bonding mean it is having single, double, and triple bond. Then next, we have carbon-carbon bonding, that is catenation. And the fourth one, we have carbon bonding with the other elements. And the fifth one, we have its strength of bond that has been formed by the carbon atom. So this is all about our today's lecture, the diversity and magnitude of organic compounds. I hope you guys understand about our today's lecture. And if you have any queries, you can ask me about that in the comment section. For that time, have a good day and Allah Hafiz.